Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going over some hot tips I think that you'll appreciate for Galactic Disaster, whether you're having trouble with it or if you want to save some money as well. This is a nice event for you to save money if you're still working on some of the other content, followed with one fat hot tip for you spam farmers out there. Now, the first thing we're going to be talking about is a lot of players are saying, which difficulty should I farm? In my opinion, we've been clearing it all. The one down here, the ones that they unlocked, the 9, 10, and 11, really doesn't really do anything for me. It gets a little bit more difficult. As you can see, the average level of 11 is 130 here. But if you're repeat farming this chaos, the main thing that you're trying to get access to is, pretty quality save data. You can get access to save data value tier 12, which would be 13 if you run it on nightmare mode here. So you get up to tier 13 on, what is this, difficulty 8. You can probably get some higher save datas here, possibly by one level, for fighting things that are much more difficult. And as you can see, 8 gives you 240% pure white fragment most of the time. And it really only scales down once you start going under 8. So do you really need to be doing 9, 10, and 11? You don't need to. You can kind of get in there and do it to say that you did it. But at the end of the day, I kind of think you could probably avoid doing these, especially for right now. Now, one big thing though, when it comes to actually being difficult, players are having a hard time sometimes, based on what I've seen, on actually clearing this content. There is really one thing that makes this more difficult than you would think. And it comes with the affixes that you can get on the side. So this is going to be a double hot tip for you. You see this tyrant affix where it gives you like 30, 40, 50% to monsters and elite and boss areas. Those are the things that already hit the hardest anyways. So if you have tyrant in there mixed with some other stuff, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you. So what is it that you can do there? Well, a lot of players, for some reason, I don't know, I missed it right at the first try too, guys. You see this reobserve button down here? You can just refresh. It's kind of like refreshing a codex. Basically, it's like crafting a codex, but instead of it costing like 80,000 gold, it costs 10 of the event currency, and it doesn't scale. So if you want to like go farm 8, 7, whatever you're comfortable on right now, and you're like, I just don't want to fight max HP minus 50% and stuff like this, then you can just reobserve for 10. There's no limit. You can keep going. And you can see this is a twofold thing. Not only can you determine how difficult it's going to be based on getting rid of that tyrant affix, but you can also poke and prod around the different difficulties and see what kind of save data value tiers that you can get. So this is going to be a save value tier 12. It's got 50% minus credits and monsters gain fortitude. The thing that is the hardest though, for sure, is Tyrant. I would avoid Tyrant. Revenge doesn't seem to be that bad, especially as you get later into the run. A lot of the enemies that you're fighting that are hard hitting are just single bosses anyways, or single monsters. Yes, there's like the wolf dude in there, but he's like one of the outliers. There's not very many like multiple enemy fights, especially if you're avoiding the normal enemy areas. A lot of the elites are just like one thing for the most part. Both the bosses involve no ads whatsoever, right? So you're not gonna be giving the like, if it was the crab, every time you killed one of the bubbles, you'd be giving the crab a fury stack. That doesn't really exist. So revenge isn't the worst thing ever. Fortitude, if you're really slow, it can be pretty bad, but really it's all about avoiding the boss HP, elite HP, in attack as well, percentage bonuses, because they're so big. You can get up to like 50%. So something like Plague I find pretty easy. Revenge I find pretty easy in here. Harden can be pretty easy depending on who you're using and how tempo and how fast your team does DPS in here. And then Gangrene as well is something I never really seem to care too much about. One of the harder ones as well is Neglect. So if you run into something that you just don't want to do, you can spend 10 credits, man, and just refresh it. It's not that big of a deal. You get way more than that from running a run. And so here's how it's going to save you money as well if you're someone who hasn't finished leveling and maxing out your codex yet. Well, if you were just doing codexes before and you lost or whatever, you're just getting into it, you have to craft a brand new codex, right? And this costs you a lot of credits typically, because you're going to be spending the materials on leveling the different attributes and stuff and the bonuses, and you have to craft a brand new codex to gain more currency. Not in the season mode though. In the season mode, you can basically do what we just talked about, where you're using the seasonal currency with the 10 to refresh, and you can just refresh to get easier chaos manifestation runs, especially if you're just starting out. I would take advantage of that and level your codex by doing a lot of the seasonal stuff. You'll be getting seasonal save data. You can come down here, and even if you're doing like 5, 6, 7, you're still going to be gaining stuff to level your codex there, and you're going to be saving money because you're not crafting codexes with credit currency anymore. So you're going to have that to level your characters and all this other stuff. You won't go broke right away. And you can also get like some bonuses in leveling your codex as well to make the event easier overall progression wise. So that's like a trifecta little combo there for you as far as the chaos manifestation and the seasonal stuff goes. And now, as you're farming all of this stuff, you guys know at the end of your chaos manifestation runs, every once in a while, someone will be a little bit hurt in the head, and you have to come over to the center here and cure them. You can either use delete memories, which costs a fair amount of credits, or you can use your counseling for the day, one of your 3 or one of your 4, depending on how far you've progressed in Arc City, to heal them and use them again. Now, a lot of players in the game does a very poor job of explaining this. I don't have anyone here to showcase it for you though. But if someone gets put in here, you do not have to immediately like heal them. You don't have to do it. What happens is they're going to be removed from being able to be used in a couple of important things. Like if you have them in the policy office, you won't be able to do their policies right away, but they're still usable, especially the most important one. They're still usable in Chaos Manifestation. They're still usable in Zero System, and they'll still be usable in the event as well. So if you're going to go out and grind for a bit, say maybe you're going to be taking the same characters, or maybe you're just going to keep going and going and going to farm up whatever seasonal save data you have in the seasonal chaos manifestation, you don't have to go to Arc City after every single run. And I know a lot of players do this. They go to Arc City, they go, oh man, well, my deck was bad, I'm going to spend 32,000 credits to delete the deck so I can use it again. You don't have to do that. What you can do is leave them there, okay? And I think the game stores, I think it's up to 10 save datas you can get from one counseling. Okay, so you can run your dudes into the ground and do chaos manifestation over and over and over and over again. And you don't have to keep spending your delete memory credits and all this other garbage. Once you're done for the day, once you want to do something else, or maybe you've done it like 5, 6 times, 7 times, you can just go ahead and use your counseling on each of your people, 3 counseling. You'll unlock all your save data stuff from all the different runs you did, and it's going to save you an absolute crap ton of credits, and it's going to save you an absolute crap ton of counselings throughout the day. All right, you don't have to use 3 counselings on Tressa 3 times to get 3 save data. You can just run Chaos Manifestation 3 times with Tressa, use 1 counseling, get all 3 of your save data. The other thing too with that as well is that I've been doing this and it saved me so much stuff. The only thing I've bought is the battle pass. You can see I just now got pretty low. That's because I've leveled 4 people. I've leveled 4 people to 60, then 1, 2, 3, 4 more people to 50. And I have kind of matching partners for the most part as well, as far as levels 1, 2 partners to 60, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 to 50. So, I mean, it saved me so much over the course of time. I don't know if anyone caught, that was part of one of the original videos I put up on how to save a ton of money, and like a mistake not to make in this game. But apparently it needed to be said again, because that saves so much money, not having to just delete your memories after every single chaos manifestation run that you do. With that being said, guys, hopefully this helped you out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.